Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, this is Madden Football. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Giants. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that lands in the end zone, so the opening drive will begin at the 25. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
We've seen a lot of ups and downs in the young career of Mitchell Trubisky. 3 years with the Chicago Bears, and he's a young quarterback still learning on the job. But what numbers do you trust with him? 8-7, 15 starts last year, but he was 11-3 the year before. The Bears offense, though, in 2019, just 25th in passing and 29th overall. They're looking for Mitchell Trubisky to elevate his game and bring the Bears along with him.
Now Trubisky on first down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 8. Trubisky to throw again. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. It's complete. It's Miller. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jones. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bears take over.
At their own.
Another chance here to see what the Chicago Bears can do offensively. And, Charles, they got the win at Detroit in Week 1, 27-23. A very important Week 1 victory for them. There was a late drop by DeAndre Swift that probably could have changed the fortunes of that game, but nonetheless, a road victory in the division. And the quarterback situation in Chicago always seems to be a topic, but Mitchell Trubisky was the guy, and when things got down at the end, he made the magic happen.
And I love how they stuck with him despite the fact they acquired Nick Foles. And many people thought Nick Foles would be the starter when it began. But as Trubisky struggled a bit in this game, they stayed with it. And boy, were they rewarded. 3 fourth-quarter touchdown passes. The Bears came from 17 down to win. And now, how about the optimism that reigns? They host the Giants this week, and they are 1-0.
From the 41, Trubisky, and this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Brings up second and...
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there. And he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. 7 yards, the pickup there.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Trubisky will throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
I would think that by now people are done underestimating Tarik Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. And he had more receptions than carries last season. He kind of looks like Darren Sproles, who's been his inspiration as an NFL player. In 2018, Tarik Cohen was a Pro Bowler as well.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jimmy Graham taking it in. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Giants.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the run, it's Barkley. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Barkley again the ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down at 7. Now Jones. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Jones.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
New York.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Bears take over first and 10.
This offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Trubisky to throw. And Ginn's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Caught by Montgomery. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's David Montgomery, 2nd-year man from Iowa State. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 27, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. Right hash, 30. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
10, Giants 7.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A first down carry for Barkley. And now look at him go. The 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Still first down.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
From the 36, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
And there's a familiar sight, Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Now it's Trubisky rolling to his right. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Jones on 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
And they really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
Graham Gano.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Now it's Patterson. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
New York.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. It's complete to Golden Tate. Touchdown, Giants.
Complete to
Golden Tate, 62 yards. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Now Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson.
Trubisky.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A quick feed from Tate. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's a give to Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears now ready to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
All right, CD, I want to fit in your preseason predictions here. This is now our 5th year together in the booth. Hard to believe time flies, but it's an annual tradition that you tell us how you think things are going to shape up in each conference. Let's start with your thoughts on the AFC.
All right, let's start in the East. I like the Bills. In the South, I like Indianapolis despite their loss on opening day. In the North, I like Baltimore, and out West, of course, I like Kansas City. For wild cards, I like the Chargers coming out of the West. I think that in the East, New England is going to get the nod. And then out of the North, I'm taking Pittsburgh. Remember, we got that extra team in the playoffs this year. And then when the playoffs break down, I do think it's going to come down to Baltimore and Kansas City in the AFC. And Baltimore, by a nose, goes to the Super Bowl.
And just to be different from you, I like your conference championship matchup. I'll take Mahomes and the Chiefs heading back to the Super Bowl yet again.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year, but what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
All right, this gives us a chance, Charles, to go back to your playoff predictions. We covered the AFC. What do you see happening in the NFC?
All right, let's go with the division winners. Dallas in the East, Green Bay in the North. Let's see, New Orleans in the South, and out West, San Francisco. Wild cards, I think 2 are come from out West. Arizona and Seattle. And the 3rd wild card, I think it's going to come from the...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline...
Step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. That's complete to Slayton. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
2nd and 12.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Complete
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6 yards.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Makes the score Giants 20, Bears 10.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Yard line, 2nd and 11.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And Graham's got it. Complete.
Trubisky.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To Jimmy Graham.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Montgomery.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Toss left to Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. They try again with Cohen. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at their own 24. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now Jones on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. He finds some open field here. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 41 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. On first down, Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
Complete to Sterling Shepard.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Gano for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Graham
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. It's caught. It's Miller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A give. This is Montgomery. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Mitchell Trubisky to Allen Robinson. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now out come the Giants. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough.
It helped force the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There's Anthony Miller as they trot back out to go on offense. And after the early struggles, we've seen the uptick in his numbers. Do you think maybe it was a meeting on the sideline to say, hey, get me the ball. I'm a key part of this offense.
Those guys don't wait to get to the sidelines. They say it in the huddle on every snap, get them the ball. But I think what happens is, similar to a great running back, have some patience, have some confidence, and just know that over the course of a game, your talents are going to win out. You're going to find a way to make plays, and I think that's what we're seeing here. He's finally figured out some things they're doing to him on defense, and he's adjusted accordingly.
Now left side on the swing pass. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Again has it complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ted Ginn, 47 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Intended for Gary.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got size, the hands.
Speed. Can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Back to throw. He completes it to Tate. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 4th down, Joe Judge makes the decision. They're going for it. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And Tate's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Finds his tight end, Ingram. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Graham Gano.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So declining.
And did they use the time? No doubt.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.